Hi, my name is Samantha Singh, and I'm a 7th grader from Plymouth, Minnesota, so I'm 13 years old. I'm a passionate and hardworking student that attends Wayzata Central Middle School. My love for designing and creating prototypes has stemmed from such a young age, and I'm honored to share with you my most recent prototype, the Kool water system. But first, I want to introduce you all to the problem. Uh-oh, so good. Okay, sorry. So water is precious. With its beauty becoming increasingly scarce, it calls for the need to be preserved. One of the major sources of water wastage is through the showers. Cold water is being wasted around 1.5 to 5 gallons daily, roughly to get to 100 degrees, which is normal temperature, and it takes around 2 minutes roughly for water to actually heat up. Water wastage happens when water is left in the pipes, so excess water that happens in the pipes, before you take a shower, which turns cold and therefore doesn't get used. So I would like to introduce you to my unique product, the Kool water system, which is an innovative way to solve the problem of cold water wastage. Essentially, it recycles cold water by mixing it with warmer water, therefore creating the perfect desired temperature that you would enjoy. It's made out of a series of parts that are extremely affordable and can be purchased en masse. These parts are PEX pipes, block joints and T-joints, a new or old shower head, a reservoir, a 4-way valve, and the Arduino, which is separate here. I programmed this with Sketch and Python programming. These parts are exceptionally unique. As I said before, they don't take up too much space, and they're extremely affordable. So there's essentially a 7-step process that the Kool water system goes through to recycle this cold water and is able to save water. So first, you have to set the Arduino to your desired temperature. An Arduino is an open source hardware that secondhand users can program it. And you would have to program it to your desired temperature, usually 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The Arduino will be placed here with its temperature sensor on this 4-way valve. After setting the Arduino, the excess water that is left in this area follows this blue pipe here. It goes into this reservoir. The water that comes afterwards, the warm water that comes after the excess water has left, and this turns off again, goes through this red pipe here and into the reservoir. It mixes with the cold water, therefore creating a warmer temperature. Now, this temperature comes back out through this pipe and stops at the 4-way valve. I've programmed the Arduino here to check with its temperature sensor if it matches your desired temperature. If it does, the 4-way valve would switch, therefore letting out the water out of the shower head. If the water is not your desired temperature, it would go back into the reservoir, therefore mixing with another temperature of water, getting your desired temperature eventually, leading outside of the shower head. So that is the 7 steps that it is able to go through. So the most important aspect of the Kool water system is the Arduino here. And like I said before, it's an open source hardware that secondhand users can use to program it. So I have an LCD screen here and a temperature sensor that would be by this 4-way valve and would check the temperature of the water and displayed it on the LCD screen. And again, this will be pre-programmed by somebody before who would choose their desired temperature and would switch the 4-way valve eventually. The Arduino, the actual product, like I said before, would be attached above the 4-way valve and would be switching it, but to show you the inner workings of it, that's how I've done it. So the Kool water system is actually saving money. So this is just a chart that shows the estimated amount of money that can be saved by the Kool water system. The Kool water system is estimated to save over $600 in the span of a couple of years, proving that it does make an impact on how much money you actually save in the shower. And I would just like to point out a couple of facts of why you would buy the Kool water system. So in an average household of 4 members, water wastage per year due to showers is 4,400 gallons. So it's really proving that the Kool water system can make some sort of impact on how much water you save. The Kool water system also saves a lot of money. In 5 years, you would save hundreds of dollars. Some key features is that the Kool water system is extremely environmental friendly, as it's made of recycled plastic and metal. Not only that, you don't really need a professional to install it, especially if you're going to install it outside of a wall. There's many different installation ways that you can do it, especially, but you would need a professional if it was inside of the wall, just if you want it to look sleek and chic. And again, pricing, there's two options for water reservoirs. So a 3-gallon water reservoir would cost around $150, while a 5-gallon, which would be bigger, would cost $250. And shut off again. So that is essentially what the pricing would be. I do have a website. It's down here. It's thecoolwatersystem.weebly.com. And it just shows more information about the pricing, how I got to this product, why it's so important to me specifically. And I have contacted many professionals such as 3M, Pentair, and Cummins about my product, especially making alternative designs. Here's some contact info right there. And I'm really looking for some mentors just to help me out and help my designing process, figure out more alternatives, and help me work on other products that I'm looking for in the future. Thank you for listening to my demo.